Hey, how's it going, and welcome to another video. Alright, so today I wanted to talk about I guess, mechanic of Persona 5 that was only brought to my attention recently. I had no idea this was a thing. I don't know how well known this is, but I had literally never seen this before until a few weeks ago. But basically, somebody in my server, he was playing through Persona 5 and he was trying to romance Takemi, and he ended up getting rejected by her. Not as in the main character Joker rejected her, as in Takemi rejected him. So he was asking us, and none of us had ever heard of anything like that, so we started doing some digging. And this is an aspect of Persona 5 that's really not very well documented, but yeah, it is possible for certain girls to reject you. There's 3 in particular. So the only video evidence of this I was able to find is from this Reddit post. It's from Xris Plays here, so let me go ahead and play it for you.
Hey! See you later.
Okay, so as you can see, there was Oya rejecting the protagonist. And before I get into what seems to cause this, I want to talk about the other characters this can happen with. And I tried really hard to find more video evidence of this happening, but this is something that's just not very well documented at all. And I think part of the problem is that whenever you go on YouTube and search for like Persona 5 rejected or rejection, you end up with all the videos of Joker friend-zoning the girls, right? So that's made the search a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure the footage of this does exist somewhere. It's probably just buried under, you know, the sea of Persona 5 Let's Plays and people uploading videos of them doing the Confidants, but the only other girl I was able to find any screenshot or like proof of is Chihaya. And of all places, it came from fucking iFunny. It's from I Will Cherish Makoto. This looks like a Super Smash Bros. Leak. Alright, so I have a mid-video update. In my original cut of this video, I didn't have this section, but last night, this was bothering the hell out of me. This became like a mini fixation, is trying to find this footage of this happening. I probably went through close to 20 different videos of people just doing Chihaya's Confidant, and I found it in this video. It's from Arklars Flan, and it's titled pretty innocuously. It's just Chihaya Mifune Confidant, but let's check it out.
Until next time.
Alright, absolutely brutal. But yeah, there it is. There's the video of it happening with Chihaya. Now, I'm sure the same footage, but with Takemi is out there somewhere. I don't have the energy to dig through another 20 different videos. But yeah, big thank you to Arklars Flan for uploading this. But yeah, there's the protagonist getting rejected by Chihaya, and it seems like the 3 girls this can happen with are 3 of the MILFs. So Takemi, Oya, and then Chihaya. Logically, following the paper trail, you would assume Kawakami also has one, but it doesn't seem like she does. If she does, I've just never been able to find anybody posting about it. And speaking of posts, most of the text-related posts involving this have to do with Chihaya. And I think I know the reason why, but let's just take a look at some of these. And keep in mind that most of these are from when the game came out. Persona 5 is getting close to its 5-year anniversary in the West. So a lot of these are from the game's infancy. Here we have That Feel When No Life, pretty relatable. It says, "Cry for me, bros." Oh, the title was Chihaya Just Rejected Me. And then this one says, "Chihaya, is there any specific reason she rejected my character? Is there a way to romance every girl in one go? I had almost everyone else in my first run." And here's one last one. Like I said, there's quite a few of these, and most of them have to do with Chihaya. Says, "I got rejected in a romance option. Didn't even know that was possible. It was the fortune teller." I'm not sure if it was immersive or immersion breaking. And most of the responses to these that you'll see have to do with telling people, yeah, you just have to make the right choices. And so that gets into why this happens, and apparently there's a semi-hidden mechanic in Persona 5 where these girls do in fact have romance flags. So I have this Confidant guide that somebody linked to me that has the information I was looking for. So I'd imagine most of you are pretty familiar with how this goes. This is Oya's Confidant. But basically the way it works is different responses will get you a different amount of, relationship points. I'm not sure if there's a specific name for this term, but all the social link Confidant characters in this have a sort of invisible tally of these points. And when you reach a certain threshold, that's when the next rank is unlocked. So we're all probably pretty aware of this. Like in rank 5, for example, if you say that's unforgivable, that's 2 points. Whereas if you say I don't mind, that's just 1 point. But apparently these 3 girls in particular have hidden romance options that you need to select, otherwise you end up getting rejected. Now, don't quote me on this. This is something I don't fully understand myself, but I'm pretty sure the way this works is you need to have selected at least one of the options that you can see in bold here. It seems like you only need to have selected at least one of these. So let's say we're doing Oya's Confidant and I decide to go choice number 3 here is I'll go with you. So that's one of the highlighted bold ones. As long as we select this, we're good. From that point on, I'm good. I am able to then confess to Oya and end up in a relationship with her. And obviously for the rest of these, you want to pick them anyways because these are the good options. So as long as you select any one of these 3 options at any point throughout the Confidant, then you're fine. So it seems to be the case is if you go through the whole Confidant and you don't select any of these options at any point, but you still try to confess to her, she will reject you. And to show that this isn't a factor with other girls, here's Ann's Confidant, for example, right? Ann's Confidant has the same system as everybody else's where certain options will increase your score, but Ann doesn't have any of these unique flags. So with Ann, for example, you could say basically whatever you want and still end up getting with her. So let me pull up Takemi, for example. So here's Takemi. As you can see, she has them. So for Takemi, you need to have at least said one of these bold options and then confess to her, and then you're fine. Now let me show you why I think it is that Chihaya seems to be the most common character this happens with. So if we pull up Chihaya, right? The other girls that have this mechanic have 3. Chihaya only has 2. And that makes a massive difference because, like I said, you only need to select one of these. And with the other girls, you have 3 chances, so it's a lot harder to screw that up. Since assuming you're not just being a massive prick for no reason, eventually you're gonna pick the option that she wants to hear, and then you'll be fine. But Chihaya only has 2. One is in rank 6, and then one is in rank 8. So it's very possible that even if you want to romance Chihaya, you do her rank 6, and you end up saying, oh, be honest with yourself. And then later in rank 8, you choose any of these except for hell yeah, I am, and then you're screwed, because after that point, if you try to confess to her, then she'll be like, haha, no. And like I said, I want to reiterate, this is just my understanding of this. I haven't had the chance to go and test this because this isn't like a 5-minute experiment. I would have to replay the entire game. And the Megami Tensei wiki only has for, this is Takemi's article. Out of the 3 that this seems to happen to, Takemi's is the only one where this is documented. And it says basically the same thing. It says, Takemi's romance route requires the protagonist to reply with one of these responses. I'm glad you did in rank 6. I'm your ally in rank 7. or it's for Miwa-chan in rank 7. If they do not, she will reject the protagonist's confession in rank 9. But yeah, this is a really interesting little facet of Persona 5 that I just never knew about. And I'd imagine the reason why this is just either really not well documented or a lot of people just don't know about it is that it's kind of unlikely to see no matter how you're approaching this, because since let's just say you're doing a playthrough of Persona 5 and you want Takemi to be your GF, obviously you're either gonna just go through it naturally, kind of saying the stuff that you think she'd like, and then you're gonna try to romance her, or you're going to follow a guide to really maximize on those points. So naturally, the only people who are gonna end up seeing this are people who are trying to romance the girl, but they just screw up really badly. That, or they're just picking options totally at random. You know, you end up playing Persona 5 for your 10th time and it's like, whatever, just pick shit at random. But hopefully this has kind of shined some light onto this mechanic, since having a mechanic in a game that's, you know, just about 5 years old, in fact, in Japan, it's over 5 years old at this point, that just has so little video proof of it happening and is just not very well explained basically anywhere. It's kind of surprising. But yeah, make sure to let me know if you've ever seen this happen or if this is new information to you as well. And if anybody feels like going through the task of testing some of this stuff out or just recording and seeing what causes this, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. See you guys next time.